Okay, guys, welcome back to Vader Plays. I believe this is part 14, 15, one of those two, of me playing through Resident Evil 7. So I think we're near the end, so let's just keep going. Oh man, I'm back in the old house. Holy fuck.
It's not here. It's gone. It's gone.
This is your fault.
Why am I seeing this?
Ethan, it's okay. It's okay. It's me. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
Kill him, Mommy.
But you shouldn't have done that. It fucking hurts.
Does it want to be my daddy? Then he can die. Now it's Mommy's turn to kill you.
Severe flashbacks.
Ethan, help me.
Where are you?
I want your help.
You're gonna be one of us. And then maybe you'll play nice.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
You don't understand.
I understand enough.
Get away! Don't!
I'm taking your bitch ass out. Let's go.
Get away! Leave me alone! No, you don't! Stay back! Get away!
This is a pain in the ass.
No, no!
I'm gonna get you, bitch. What the fuck? Thanks. It tells me to guard against her attacks, but thanks for the hint. I didn't understand. I mean, you kind of suck. You can keep wanting a family for all you want. What's that? Sounds like Chris.
The fuck took you guys so long?
Did I?
Aww. Happy ending.
They say that when one door closes, another opens. Well, a door closed tonight. And what a long night it was. But not just for me. Me and I weren't the only victims here. So were the Bakers. It was that thing, Evelyn, who made them that way. But now Evelyn's dead. And these guys are here to clean up the mess. I had just come to terms with losing me. And now she's back and wants to start over. Put all this behind us. Maybe this is where the next door opens.
Or maybe you joined their cause and start being a badass like Leon and Chris. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to punch boulders too. The one loophole I can't get over the fact that what happened to the sun. Like if this is the ending, the sun has to be one of the DLC packs. Credits are pretty solid though. I really like these credits. I don't know why. Like, this is really well done. I like those credits, and I feel like there's something after these credits, maybe a little hint towards the next game or so. So I'm gonna let them play. Since it's the credits, let's do kind of a recap of the game itself. So, as a new direction for Resident Evil, I think first person makes the game just terrifying. I've tried it in VR too, and by God, everything being in your face, coming at you, yeah, it's scary. I do think that the whole tension just goes out the window, though, as soon as you pick up the shotgun, because everything can get one-shotted, especially on the lower difficulties. I do think each like character's level is really well done. You got the outhouse for the mother with all the bugs, the main house for the father, and then the dungeon chamber for the deranged son. And I do think they kind of borrowed from a lot of different horror tropes in order to make this game. You gotta think, fucking Fear was obviously covered with the little girl. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, when he grabbed the chainsaw and you got into a duel with him. I'm honestly surprised nothing crawled out of the TV like in The Ring. But the whole game itself was like a big cat and mouse for like the first section, and then it just became an action game again. Like, if you can keep that tension throughout the whole thing, maybe not give us a fucking shotgun, so we're having to defend for our life the whole game. That to me would be a terrifying experience, but you start giving them shotguns and I mean, even the flamethrower wasn't overpowered. It got you through the parts you needed to get through, and by God, you did not want to use that shit against the molded because you'll use 150 of the flamer shells just to do it. So if you would have kept maybe the pistol and the flamethrower, that would have honestly increased the tension. You put a shotgun in there and then a more powerful shotgun, which honestly you can unlock right at the beginning because the first repair pack is like right there. And you're fucking... I mean, think of those big molded I was taking out. I think 6 shooting them. And for something that's supposed to be, I want to say one of their stronger molded, it shouldn't be that easy. Now, I do like the videotape thing. I think that was a nice touch, popping back and forth between the different players and shit. And everything that affected you in the past game will carry over to the real version. So that part's cool. I like that. And the game itself's really nice because, shit, you don't get to punch boulders. And I think that was just a fucking joke in Resident Evil 5. Overall, I mean, if you're looking for a good, like, jumping in point for Resident Evil, I think this honestly is a solid choice because it's connected, but it stands alone in its own aspect of what it should be. I'm honestly very excited. Hopefully a follow-up will come out with this game because it's good. It's very solid with what it accomplishes, and easily... if I had to put a number out of 10, I would put it out probably put it at a 9.2. And the only things that would factor into that I think could definitely help this game would be kind of keep that tension that you had at the beginning throughout the whole thing. And then there needs to be more enemy variety because, like, for instance, Resident Evil 4, you started off with the base people in the village. You got to verse their mutated nighttime forms. You had plenty of different boss fights throughout the game as well. And I think the scariest thing for me, especially in that game, when those fucking regenerators showed up, and you had no means to kill those fuckers. Like, when the first one walks through the first doorway and you're like, shit, and you blow its head off and it's still walking towards you, you don't fucking know what to do. And I would say the first few minutes of this game when you're versing Jack, you get that sense because he's just a powerhouse that you can't stop. Well, that goes away because after that, there's really no bosses chasing after you anymore. I mean, sure, you get the molded, but you could easily outrun them even with your cripply running motherfucker. But as far as where this game went, I'm really happy for it. I think it was very solid. I could definitely see playing through it again, especially if there's New Game Plus modes, which we'll definitely find out here in a moment. And I think they did a great job with the audio too. Like, you feel like shit's going down at every single point, and there's point where there's no music at all, and then there's music that amps up, and I would say the soundtrack is probably one of the better parts of this game. Let's see, soundtrack, level design, weapons, healing. I mean, overall, I think the DLC might cover up or fix some of the loopholes with the story, but for what we've got from the main game, it's a solid package. Like, if you like Resident Evil and let's say you were a little pissed with 5 and 6, give this one a shot, because I think you will be pleasantly surprised with how this one plays compared to those. And honestly, how it ties back together, it's really nice. They said that it would be in the same universe, and you could definitely see it. So, I think I've said my piece. Let's see here. Like I said, Resident Evil 7, I would definitely give it a 9.2 out of 10. If you have the ability to play it in VR, do it. It's a completely different experience, and I would say it definitely adds to the atmosphere. But if you don't have VR, the game itself without it is still very good. So it looks like it's coming to the end of the credits, so let's see if there's anything else. And we'll see if there's a new game plus mode. Like I said, guys, 9.2. It's worth trying out. And you can check other reviews too. It's not just me who's saying that. Like, it's a universal grade, it seems like. A lot of people love this game. Oh my god, why would you do this? They make it seem like the credits are done, and then this shit. I will say I am curious about that one DLC that's supposed to revolve around Chris. Wow. Apparently there's actually an achievement for beating this in 4 hours, or you get a weapon if you beat it in 4 hours. Ooh. We get that pistol, looks like. Secrets of Defense. Ooh, additional free content. Oh boy. Free, I like that. That's the content I was talking about with Chris, so maybe that'll tie up some loose ends. You gotta probably pay for that more. That crap. Okay, well, I think that concludes our Resident Evil 7 playthrough. So if you like the videos, go ahead and leave in the comments what games you would like to see me play next. I try to keep up to date with all the new games coming out. I think the next big purchase for me is going to be Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm going to get that collector's edition because I really like that statue. But as always, you guys take it easy. And peace.